So as I start off this video, I just want to say that I feel incredibly stupid right now because as I was recording these fights for this specific video, I thought that these were the World Tournament fights in Xenoverse 2, but they're not. It turns out there's three types of ranked matches, I guess you could say. You've got the type which I'm using now, which is ranked match without limitations, and in this you get TP points which reset every week, I believe. Then you've got your traditional ranked match in which you get battle points which do not reset and you only lose them if you disconnect or lose a fight. And then finally you have the World Tournament mode in which when you win you get qualification points, the same as it was in Xenoverse 1. But for some reason I thought the mode where you get TP points was the new World Tournament mode. I don't know why, fucking kill. But yeah, I only found out after the closed beta ended that yes, there is indeed a World Tournament mode, but for some reason I couldn't find it anywhere, so I don't know, I'll find it in the open beta I suppose. But getting into this fight, as you can see so far, it's pretty much a melee based fight. In a moment he'll turn Super Saiyan 3, but I decided just to stay in my base form even though at the moment I can go Super Saiyan 2. I just broke his stamina bar and it's pretty much my game from here. I go for the heavy combo and then straight into Spirit Sword. You can see I caught him in it, but somehow without losing stamina, he escaped it and used Kaioken ×4 Kamehameha. His stamina did drain then, but I think that was because he was using his ultimate and instead of taking health from the Spirit Sword, it just took his stamina, but that was weird. So now I'm just waiting to see what he's going to do. He ends up using Blaster Shell, which has been completely nerfed now, mainly because it's much slower. Now I get a perfect block off when he tries to hit me and just finish him off with Super Mad Dance. I swear I absolutely love Super Mad Dance, it's such a phenomenal attack. But as we go into the second game, it starts off, much like the last, focused heavily on melee combat. I go for Vanish here, then I hit him a few times expecting him to vanish, which he does, and then he almost immediately goes for a second Vanish, which is basically a panic Vanish. He now has enough stamina to do another one, and as soon as I hit him, he vanishes again. Yeah, there we go. I was fully expecting him to do this, just based off his previous vanishing habits, and again another one, and now he goes for cheeky stamina reset, which I said it in a previous video, but if you can do it and get away with it, then you deserve to have it reset, to be honest. But unfortunately for him, this time he didn't get away with it and I did a fair bit of damage on him. Then he goes for a giant storm, which was the first time I've ever saw someone use it in Xenoverse 2, but again I broke his stamina and now I'm just punishing him. I've noticed towards the end of that combo it always seems to drop. I don't know why, maybe it's just a bit of a bug, but whatever. I just loved then how it looked as I was doing the energy blast volley, as I was smashing up the arena. I just thought it looked so good, so I kick him away and do another energy blast volley. He goes for another giant storm and I completely messed that up, and it does a ton of damage on me. So I just dash up to him, catch him, hit him, he vanishes again, I catch him again, then I vanish, then I start a quick combo on him, then I turn Super Saiyan 3. And I think here he tries to go for another stamina reset, but that doesn't really turn out too well for him because it's going to take a while for him to get an additional bar of stamina to be able to actually vanish out of a combo. And there I actually accidentally broke my stamina bar, which you really need to be careful about doing that because that's the second time I've done it and it was completely accidental. And this was actually the first and only time in the closed beta where I saw a human use the Power Pole Pro transformation. I think that's what it's called. So I wasn't really too sure how to approach him here, but I did read at some point beforehand that you don't actually lose it if you're hit just once. It takes, you know, just a normal combo, which at some points can be quite hard to pull off, especially with how fast they are when they're on the Nimbus Cloud. He may have just missed it there, but he went for yet another stamina reset, which ultimately will be the main reason why he lost that fight. I just do a ton of damage on him by using just the basic combos and because I'm in Super Saiyan 3. Something that I absolutely adore in Xenoverse 2 is how you join online fights. You've got the same three options as you did in Xenoverse 1, which is quick match, search, or create room. The create a room option is self-explanatory, but when you click on quick match or custom match, you automatically join a room with the settings that you've put in, assuming you've clicked on custom match. So this basically means that you're going to join rooms faster and you won't get messages saying, you know, things like the room you just tried to join is full, or, you know, things like that. And I'll get back to that in a moment. But I just perfect blocked his victory rush, but it still carried on afterwards. Again, I don't know if that's a glitch at the moment or if that's how it's meant to be, but I just found that so weird. And that was the first time, much like Giant Storm, that victory rush was used on me in Xenoverse 2. But going back to what I was just saying about the lobbies, if you click on quick match or custom match in ranked or player match, I don't know about endless because I didn't really try it out, but you join a random match automatically, which that's just going to be so helpful, because like what I mentioned earlier, a lot of the time when people try to join other lobbies, you end up being too late in joining, or they quit the lobby completely. So basically it means when you search for a game, you're going to join a game, and of course this will stop people who constantly join over and over and over again. I'm not going to name any names, but fucking hell, they're gross. Fucking hell. But just from that, it really does tell me that they're putting a lot of thought into this game, and that they really want this game to live on after the popularity has really gone down. But getting back to the fight, I vanish here, and I try to combo him to try and bait him into vanishing himself, which he does a few times, but in a moment he breaks my stamina and ends up just really hurting me here. He could have finished me off here by teleporting, but for some reason he didn't. I mean, he had enough stamina to do it. That's going to give me enough time to get a stamina reset, and now I'm just focusing as much as possible because I'm on very low health, and if I make one mistake here, then it's game over. I do have more stamina than him, but I need to make sure that when he has enough stamina regained, that I'm predicting when he's going to vanish, so I keep him low on stamina. The Zenkai boost really did help me here, but he goes for the angry shout and then he goes for another victory rush, and that's going to finish me off. Oh well. I did find it a bit bullshit that I perfect blocked the first victory rush, but it still continued. I'm assuming that was either a bug or a glitch or something like that, or if the first hit just lingers a bit longer for whatever reason, but oh well, I've learned from it. I know how to prepare for it now. Moving on. So starting off the next match, I'm able to bait him into vanishing twice, which takes a ton of stamina away from him, which gives me a huge advantage. So now I'm able to do a light basic combo on him, but then he vanishes and has no stamina left. Then I panic vanish here, and then I have no stamina left, and so it's now the first person who hits first will do the most damage, which in this case was me. He does a burst dash for some reason here, which didn't really do that much damage to me, and all he did was waste 1 bar of stamina, which could have been used later on to vanish when it was more critical. But then I dash up to him, do a quick combo and end it with super mad dance, then follow up and do another combo expecting him to vanish, which he does. I then knock him away, and then in a moment I'll use the energy volley, but it's completely ineffective apart from taking a bit of his stamina away because he turns Super Saiyan 3. He then makes a massive mistake by using the Kaioken times 4 Kamehameha, which didn't hit me at all, and he even tried to boost it up, which leaves him completely open and vulnerable. So I do the heavy combo, finished off with final blow, dash up to him again, do the light combo, he vanishes, I counter it because I was expecting it, kick him away, then follow up with another combo, but in a moment he'll vanish, and I couldn't counter it at that point. Yeah, there we go. I'm blocking, then he throws a ki blast, then throws me. I'm not sure if I turn Super Saiyan 1, 2 or 3 in this fight, or if I just stay in my base form. I think I stayed in my base form, which I just found funny, because it's like someone who didn't even transform is beating a Super Saiyan 3. Yeah, I just find that weird to think about. In my previous Xenoverse 2 gameplay commentary video, I asked you guys if you would prefer a live stream when I get Xenoverse 2 or videos of the story mode, and an overwhelming amount of you said you prefer videos, which that's perfectly fine by me, but the next few videos may just be in 720 60 FPS, just to see if that will make the videos render faster, because at the moment it takes roughly 90 minutes to render a 10, 11, 12 minute video in 1080p in 60 frames per second. So this video will still be in 60 frames per second, but it'll be 720p instead of 1080p. So I want to ask you guys if you've noticed that in this video. Is the picture quality a bit worse? I mean, it should still be good because it's in 60 frames, but if no one leaves a comment, then I'm going to assume no one noticed, which is a good thing because that means it's going to be just a bit faster for me to render videos and to get them out. But with that being said, earlier today I did read something on how to use your graphics card to render videos out. I use an AMD Sapphire HD 69, 69, lol. So yeah, it is a fairly decent graphics card, a bit outdated, but it'll do the job, I hope. So I get the win there, and going into the final fight, he rushes me from the very start, and almost straight away I get the feeling that this guy knows how to back it and how to anticipate it happening. So I do really need to be careful here and not panic vanish. So as he comes in to hit me, I get a perfect block. He dashes away again, then tries to come in but misses. So I'm just holding block because I don't think he's going to use a stamina break, and he doesn't. But then he dashes away again and comes in and hits me back. So I return the favour by dashing him and knocking him back and trying to start a combo. I do kind of panic vanish there, but oh well. Now here I wasn't sure if he was going to try and attempt a stamina reset or if he was just trying to flank me, but it doesn't matter because I get him in a basic light combo, knock him back there. He now has enough stamina to do a vanish. Then here he actually uses maximum charge, and I shoot a super Kamehameha at him, but it barely misses just because of how fast the startup time for maximum charge is now. I also believe in this fight I don't transform at all. There's been a few comments on my Super Saiyan 3 Burcol video of people saying that they think it would look better if I only use Super Saiyan 3 in certain situations, such as when I need to take my opponent seriously, and I do really like that idea, but the only problem is I have a feeling that I'm going to lose a lot of fights because I don't use Super Saiyan 3, where I would have won it if I did use it. So I guess we'll have to see what happens. So here he actually used Solar Flare at the same time I used Final Blow, which cancelled out my attack. Then he went for the Super Kamehameha. I vanished, then broke his guard, and again here I accidentally used a stamina reset. It was probably the worst time I could have used it because he now has a full bar of stamina, and he did have the opportunity to do a ton of damage on me, but honestly I got so lucky there. So we go into a mini clash, then he dashes away. Then I use Solar Flare to try and blind him, which I do. Then I dash into him, he vanishes, I vanish, I counter his back hit, then I go into a combo. Then he vanishes again and dashes away, and then we eventually go into another mini clash. Then after it finishes, I use Final Blow to see if I could hit him as fast as possible, which missed. He dashes away and hits me back. He gets me in a small combo, but I decide not to vanish just because I think I'll need it in a bit. I try and hit him first as we're both dashing, but he hits me. He forces me to vanish here. Then as I hit him, he vanishes, then dashes away, which was very fast of him. So fair play there. So instead of just dashing here, I go for the Aura Burst because I had a feeling he wouldn't be expecting it, which he wasn't. He shoots some Ki Blasts at me, which I do deflect a few. And here I had the feeling that he was trying to take more damage off me by just shooting Ki Blasts, because I don't know if he thought he wouldn't be able to win by just using basic melee attacks. So I did think that was a bit weird, but then he comes in to hit me, knocks me back, and then the beta actually glitched out because he went to do the Super Kamehameha, but it didn't look like he was doing it, like he was just standing still. I don't know, it's the beta, what do you expect? So just to make sure that wouldn't have hit me, I used Armored Boost. Then as the game ends, he hits me with the Super Kamehameha, but I still get the win. I just thought that was very funny. And that's going to bring this video to an end. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.